Alright guys, right after the last video, we are into this one. So though, we have two options, Chapter 12, which I'm not doing now, or Chapter 11, which I am going to do. Hit some saves. Let's look at our statistics. Oh, so you had to get achievements to do it. Ah, interesting. I have an idea on how to get the first one then. Maybe it's some like 20 wins each. Like beat the story, you probably get this. Hmm. Maybe it's like beat a mission without ever upgrading your mana. That could be one. Oh man, it's great. Let's go for it. A little bit of a starting filler thing here. I know. I know. But we're gonna try to actually beat this without doing any mana stuff. Which means, basically, get max mana, shoot. And I would say there's one for doing it without shooting his arrows, but I don't think that's just gonna be one. Hold up. And, yeah, let's do it. So I just gotta be really supportive of these guys and yeah, okay, good. So we can't do any upgrades at all, is what I'm gonna guess. Like maybe there's one for like getting max mana. Like capping out your mana at 9,999, which I think we'll try to get in the next battle, to be honest. That we do, besides this one. Yeah, we'll see though. And there's probably like one, for example, getting every single upgrade and all that maxed out in the mission, which is probably this one. It's also weird how they had that set up. Okay, now we're gonna do these guys. Alright. It's done. We sent out our small little group of soldiers and all that. I hope this isn't stupid what I'm doing though. Like it feels stupid, but it feels right. It's also weird that the first achievement, they expect you to get one achievement, which I'm assuming it has to be maxing out your mana. I have to assume that. It's either that or win without getting any upgrades at all. Because the game technically wouldn't have, like in the first mission, they don't teach you about upgrading your mana boost and all that. I only knew that because of the first game. But it's weird they have like, so it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I believe. You know, it's a little bit weird. So middle one though, I'm assuming you just have to get a maxed out castle. That's what I'm assuming that is maxed out castle to get this unit in the middle, which is just like the leader unit. Which I know there is leader units in this series later on, but I didn't think they start as early as the second game. I was thinking maybe third or fourth. Again, I'm just assuming that is. It could also just be as simple as upgrade one race to maximum. It could also just be that. See, and this is where this plan falls apart, because now, if you notice this, over here, yeah. Oh man, this is kind of stupid though, I'm not even gonna lie. Dwarves. Dwarves are crazy good. They have a lot of health. Their attack's better, it's double, and they actually do have more health than an apprentice, so technically dwarves are the way to go. I think. I'm just curious what kind of units the Shadow Empire will have, though. Oh, man. Like, I hope this isn't a waste of time, though. I'll be sad if it is. What's better? It's slightly more distance. We'll take it then. Yes, yep. Alright, bam, come on. I'm also glad I made it so your arrows don't hurt friendlies, which I can assume that means that they probably realized how crappy the first game was of the final boss. Because the final boss was stressful for me, and it wasn't that fun compared to, like, they could have made the Archdevil the final boss or the Archangel. Something like that. But I hope this is an achievement, though. Come on. Bam, alright, good. He doesn't even do AoE, though, which is what sucks here. Alright, I think this is just gonna be a very boring battle, so I'm just gonna cut to the end result for you guys, right now. Alright, here it is, the end of the battle, which only took like 2 or 3 more minutes. Now, I don't know if we're gonna get the achievement, but let's see. Statistics, right? Oh, really? Interesting. So I wonder what the other achievements are. Hmm. Oh, there's like a somewhat big ass spider to the left of me, like in my windowsill. I'm not gonna mess with it though. It's not messing with me. And all that. Oh, it's one of the bigger ones I've seen, but I know it's not aggressive because it's not a wolf spider. Those guys are jackasses. Anyway, 11. Oh, free the orcs. Fires of the orcs. So you probably get it on the counterattack. Chapter 11. For Spies. Billions of years ago, our world was a boiling pot of fire and water, a molten ball of lava and rocks, and then the atmosphere began to cool, and the core of Earth was formed. A crystal core. The core did not have any feelings, nor was it living, but it was the heart of Earth and the original creator of everything. And then time came to pass, and the crystal core began to separate into 3 layers. The bottommost layer sank deep beneath the earth to form the realm of hell. The upper layer rose to the sky and formed the heavens, and the middle layers formed the earth we are now standing upon. And thus 3 worlds were formed. Our world was called the first world. Heaven was named the second world, and hell the third world. With each world, one king rose to power, and 3 kings ruled each realm. The first world was ruled by the Gaian king, and he ruled over us, once called the Naras. And now 3 different species, elves, humans, and orcs. Each world was in a balance, but each world seeks to conquer the other. On the outside, the 3 kings seemed to laugh and befriend each other, but in reality, they were plotting to kill the other. And as in a twist of fate that happened 10,000 years ago, the king of heaven and the king of hell invited the king of earth to a feast that they held to name the anniversary of their 3 kingdoms. But when our king of earth was drunk upon the wines and laughter, the kings of heaven and hell drew their powers and murdered the king of earth. And with our king gone, the first world sought to kill the kings of hell and heaven. But we were like a snake without a head. We had fangs, but no poison. We were united, and there are many who seek to ascend to the throne of the first world. And soon, from the ashes of the first world, empires formed and 3 powers rose. 3 powers stand tall and 3 powers clashed. The resourceful humans, the mighty orcs, and the graceful elves in a world-scale war. But little did they know that as they fought amongst themselves, the king of hell sent shadows from his kingdom to secretly consume parts of our kingdom. And soon, some of our lands become covered in shadows, and all men and women with an ounce of ill will in their hearts were devoured and turned into a dark shell with no core or heart. And all those consumed would march towards the southern lands of no return and gather where they would train and amass into the strongest shadow army of Earth, forming the Dark Empire. But there were those who resisted, humans, elves, and orcs who put aside their differences, banded together into a rushed and ragged militia, forming an army of 100,000 to storm the forts of the shadows. But no matter how strong the will or determination, our men were undertrained and underarmed, and like a mammoth crushing ants, our troops were decimated within hours, and the king was wounded himself by a shadow sword. I managed to escape unscathed. As of the overlord of the orcs, I took the elves and stole away. But the human king, now devoured by the shadow, struck his banners and turned against our alliance, slaughtering our elven brethren. And hate was boiled in the chest of every elf or human, and mine had been no exception. And with ill will comes evil, and where evil goes, shadows will chase. So as we retreated back to the forest, I summoned vines, thorns, trees, and other ancient warriors that were found sacred to us to protect us from the shadows. Yet some shadows managed to sneak through our barriers into our base and consume both me and several of our elven brethren. But it's impossible for any being, shadow or human, or orc to penetrate barriers unless they knew the password. The magic dryads would freeze any sentient being that tread foot into sacred grounds, but for some reason, the barriers were revoked and shadows stole through and entered. But how is that possible? You barriers, I felt none such when I set my base far east in the fortress. In reality, all things are created equal. There are no beings that are completely good or evil, and elves are no exception. In the forest somewhere lurk spies. Some of our elven brethren must have sold us out, be it fear or other reasons. I do not know. But one thing is clear. We need to hunt down the spies or any more shadows sneak through and consume our brethren. Would you help me out, humans? Gladly. I love hunting. Ooh, elf versus elf. Also, you can see left side is the uncorrupted version, the good version, and right side is the bad version, basically. This land goes hard, though, with a full Elven matchup. 1,000 mana now. Jesus. Alright, get you, yep. GG easy right there. So, you're always guaranteed to get the Dwarf and the Explosives. I don't know if you're guaranteed to get the other guys, though. Let's send up some Dwarves, though. It's funny, because Dwarves would, like, fit into would be a subtype of humans, even though they're not humans themselves. The Bombers, though, I have no idea. I'm assuming they'd probably be part of the Orcs, if anything. But I don't know, though. Alright, this should be good enough. So Protectors are scary unless you can freeze them, and because we're elves, that's just going to be an easy task to undertake. But as I said, we're going to go for maxing out our mana this time to obliterate these elves. These are probably the Spies, I'd assume. How long did that talking take me? Jesus, either 6 or 7 minutes or so, a little bit less than that, probably, because I just checked now instead of earlier. But yeah, the purpose of this is just to kind of keep them off our backs for a little bit, though. It's not meant to actually get to the base and obliterate them. So I'm going for max mana because I do think that's going to be an achievement, and it has to be. I'd be surprised if it wasn't. Because that's what you needed to beat the first game, after all. Well, we get one more upgrade, come on. Okay, this is going to be cruel. I'm sending out a bomber. We still have the first one. I wonder what the first one was. Maybe it's no damage to the base. I don't know. Like, if you were the enemies and you saw that, what would you do? We'll send out some assassins, though, now. They got clerics, naturally. Tis to be expected, though, honestly. Damn, the assassin actually made it to them. That's crazy. He's gonna make short work of them, then. Yeah, he made short work of them until an assassin got to him. Come on. We got this, we got this. Alright, so number 2 is for these guys, yep. Let's just get a shit ton of them, shall we? Then we'll get some more archers. I'm thinking maybe like 10 or so. Not exactly 10, but it'll be good enough. Alright, there we go. So I'll get this mana upgrade, then I'll focus on the buildings, and then go back to getting mana upgrades and all that. But you can see that the archers, well, the elves really love doing range and all that. Makes sense, though. Range is superior in most combat situations. Get that, yep. Okay, let's get this now. Bam. And catapult retrust. Damn. Oh, that ain't good. So not one of these guys, yep. I just sent out a ton of catapults. Reason being, well, good tank, honestly. It's likely he'll be able to eat it all. Also, send out some clerics too with him. We need to actually keep him alive, preferably. Thank you. That's good. Alright, yeah, get some of these long-range archers too. Just to help with the assassins. Alright, come on, come on, come on, come on. Bam. That should basically go nuts. Oh, is that a dread? It is. Okay. A little bit scary, not gonna lie. Well, they finally do have their long-range guys as well. I respect that. Yeah. Alright, now we get the final building upgrades that we can actually afford. That one, yep. Alright. These are good. Alright, now we'll get the tower upgrades and get trebuchets and all that. Very good. Also, it fires arrows if falling down A. Okay, so it's just basically how many can load up before it needs to reload. Okay, nice to know, then. Oh, it wasn't a Dryad, I thought it was. My bad. Unleash Meteor Shower, yep. You guys enjoyed that one. That one is a special, believe it or not. Get Trebuchet and then Catapult, yep. We'll just be using this to just keep them off our asses, honestly. Yeah, so I feel because they're gonna do the thing where they're actually weak right now, but we could still blitz them though, pretty easily too, might add. Now that we got the bombers. Let me see. Yep, am I? Alright, Meteor Shower, yep. Bam. So this is just gonna be a one battle video type of deal right here. Oh, they do have Dryads, okay. It just took a while for them to actually get one out is all. And one of the issues though is I don't think catapults and trebuchets can actually be like frozen, so we're gonna have to deal with that as well. Oh, they got Protector out. Good for them. Nice. Although I think it's going to actually get slaughtered here because of the sheer volume of the artillery. Well, maybe he's going to be doing the slaughtering. Oh boy. We're not at max yet. I thought we would be at this point. Okay, that's scary. Meteor Storm, yep. That will kill him for sure. Yep. RIP. It's got these guys, yep. Taking a little bit of damage here, which I don't appreciate, believe it or not. I think it's about time we start sending in the bigger guns and all that. Phantom Archers and Dryads, of course. Of course, Protectors, too. Because I literally just can't let this stand as it is right now. The Meteor Shower, yep. Also, this helps a lot, honestly. Come on, more Protectors. So Protectors can really just eat the ice for us, which is really what we need here, honestly. A dragon? That's fucking overkill, dude. How do you get that? Come on now. Come on now. Like, if they're pulling out special units that I can't even use because I don't have them unlocked, I'm probably going to start looking them up. I'm not even going to lie. Because that means I can get it too at this point in the game. Like, come on now, don't be silly. The question is, can he even be frozen? If the answer is no, we're fucked. Oh, he doesn't one-shot a Protector, I think. At least I hope not. Well, he's taken a lot too, so... Surely he'll be dead quickly. Yeah, okay, good. Yeah, so now I'm more on par with their mana production at this point. Let's get some clerics though too, because again, we need the healing. We always need the healing. Well, healers is what they're called, not called clerics. Need to stop calling them that because that's a little bit disrespectful. Oh yeah, I just said this could be the push. We have a lot of dryads actually. Holy crap. Yeah, so I need to save up the mana then. Yep, now we're at cap. We are at cap now. So we don't usually get to use the units we unlock in the very same battle, I'm assuming, because only win and losses have so far been shown. Come on now, though. Now keep in mind, they're going to be bringing out some cracked units in response to this, too. Dude, the dragon's eating a lot. Holy crap, dude. It can eat. But it's dead, though. Rest in peace, dragon. Yeah, okay, now this is where it gets really dangerous for us now. They should, yep, now they're sending out their best, they should be sending out their best units now because we went past the halfway point. Yep, there's a shit ton of protectors there. Thing is, I don't know if it matters this time, though. We have so many dryads out and stuff. Like, I'm not sure it literally actually matters here, for once. We also have this little cheeky thing called bombers, too, which will just completely wipe them. So their protectors need to get to our dryads. If they can do that, oh, they just lost them all. We win. GG. Damn. Yep, see, it doesn't even matter. Alright, come on, just send everyone, just send everyone. Come on. Oh, yep. Damn. It's too much. It's simply too much for them. Oh my god, so if you can stack dryads, you're gonna slap everyone. Unless you get like save, let's see. Really? Really? Huh. Hmm. I hate it doesn't tell you how to get it. Interesting. Well, let's get some research in and then call the video here, right, guys? We have a lot now. Ooh. HP. Oh, man. 10,000. Jesus. Alright, let's get these. Oh, Dryad, Phantom Protector. It's gonna have to be this one, and then we go for you. Yeah. 70,000 Titan unit, though. That's what I expected. Yeah, nice and yeah. Interesting. So they had the dragon, which is this one. Oh no, I got 13, the Holy Wars and all that. Oh man, we're getting towards the end of the game though. No, but anyway, guys, that's gonna be it for this video of Epic War 2. If you enjoyed, like and subscribe if you didn't. Oh well. Stay happy wherever you're at. Stay healthy, but most importantly, I say this every time. It's really important, guys. Believe it or not. like I say, the most important thing to ever exist, actually, and that's to